Hi everyone, Darren here, Fitness Director of the San Luis Obispo Country Club. Today I'd like to go over a functional movement screen developed by Greg Cook. These are great tests to evaluate asymmetry and balance as well as mobility in your key joints, your ankle, hip, knee, and shoulders. Some simple equipment that you're going to need: a door frame, piece of doweling, golf club, anything that's about 3 feet long, and some masking tape. The tape, we're going to be putting some tape marks on the floor as markers so that we can kind of have a gauge on passing these certain tests. There are 5 tests. I'll go through each one of them and then hopefully show you the proper setup. And then at the end, if you have any questions, please email me at fitness@slocc.net. So to get started, we're going to do the hurdle step test first. You need to be on the opposite side of the door. And we're going to take a piece of tape. And I've kind of pre-measured it for height. And we just want to go straight across the door frame. And the idea is the height of the tape is really important. It has to be, you take a measurement from the floor to that bump right below your patella. That is the height we want this to be. And we want the tape to be high enough, or we want it to be taut enough so that when we pick up, we don't want to touch it and knock it over. So what we're going to do here is take the doweling, put it across your shoulders, looking straight up, and you're going to scoot up so that when you look down at the tape, you can almost look like your toes are touching the tape. And then you're going to pick up one foot, step up, heel touch, step back. And then can you do it on the other side? Can you pick straight up, go over, heel touch, come up, and come back. Try to do it 2 to 3 on each side. And a pass is, can you do that without touching the tape or without the doweling hitting the door frame? Okay, so we're going to get rid of that piece of tape. Now I've got 4 more pieces, or actually 3 more pieces here on the floor. One bisects the door all the way across. And then I've got 2 more. The first one we're going to use is this one here. This one here is measured basically my foot length from the door frame. This is going to be our squat test, and you're going to take your toes and put it on the tape. And then you're going to put the doweling across your shoulders. And then, how far can you do this with your hands overhead? So we're going to reach straight up. You're going to come down. And can you come down the floor, low as you can, and come up? Again, you're going to do it 2 to 3 times, and you want to make sure this is pain-free, but we're looking at, can you do that squat with the hand staying straight, arm staying straight up? You don't want to have the doweling hit the door frame, so we don't want to have you have to lunge forward, or your heels coming up off the floor. So we're looking for a good symmetrical squat, right and left, and making sure that you have good form, that chest is up, head is back. All right. The next one is our inline lunge. And on this one, you're going to take one foot, put it in the back part of the tape, and then you're going to put your front foot in the front part of the tape. The length of this tape is the same distance, again, from that floor to that bump right below your patella. Okay, in my case, I measured it at 19 inches. So, the doweling across your shoulders, this one here, this one is tough. And we are looking at your right and left side symmetry. It's also testing a little bit of balance and a lot of hip and knee flexibility and ankle flexibility, as well as your spinal stability. So what we're going to do is you're actually going to lower down and now coming up And the key is making sure that that heel stays on the tape and that back foot stays on the tape. And then you switch sides. And we're testing for that right and left side. A couple keys are, you're not having to lean forward so the doweling is hitting the wall. And also, can you come all the way down? Looking for that complete range of motion. All right. Next one is our seated rotation. And in this case, we're actually going to sit into the door frame and we're going to get in cross-legged, and you want to get as close to this front door frame as you can. We're going to take the doweling, go across our shoulders. You're going to sit up tall, and the idea is, can you rotate and touch the door frame with this doweling? Now I don't want to see cheating, which means you're going to be leaning forward, you're going to be sitting tall, and you also have to make sure that the doweling stays in contact with your shoulders. So you're not just pointing it, you actually have to rotate it to the spot. This is a great test for golfers and tennis players to evaluate their lower body flexibility, rotation, and their shoulder rotation and torso. Great test. Now the last one is our active leg lift. Again, we do this seated in the door frame. You're going to take your hip and you're going to line it up to the center of the door. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lie straight down. And you're going to lift your leg straight up. Keep that leg extended. And try to come past the door frame, equal to or past. If you can get that leg straight up and equal to, you've got a great, you've passed the test. If you cannot get it equal to or past the door frame, that is considered a fail. All right? So those are the Gray Cook functional mobility screens. And if you have any questions with these or would like to help setting this up at your home, please email me at fitness@slocc.net. Stay safe.